Are you serious? Are you serious? Something biblical is going on, folks, with the signs of the second coming of Christ. What is going on, folks? Seriously, with the signs of the second coming of Christ, are you serious? Mike from around the world predicted Thursday night that due to the wave of energy that has hit our solar system, he said 1,000% there will be earthquakes. We've had a 7.0 and a 7.7. 7.0 in Vanuatu, a 7.7 in Indonesia, plus countless others. But he also said when you see all the flights grounded for no reason, this is why. Expect it to happen. He predicted it Thursday. It has happened this morning. Now, I'm going to play for you what he said. Let me first put a shout out right now for noblegoldinvestment.com. noblegoldinvestment.com. Here's what's going on. Noble Gold Investments is pleased to let you know that gold is the best investment class for 2022. According to longtermtrends.net, gold has actually outperformed the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, and Bitcoin for the year 2022. So what are we waiting for? I mean, open a gold IRA or a silver IRA with noblegoldinvestment.com this month, and you will receive for free 1/4 of an ounce. 1/4 of an ounce American Gold Eagle coin with every qualified IRA of $50,000 or more. This thing's worth about $500. They will get it to you right away. You open up a gold or silver IRA worth $50,000 or more, and they will send you for free 1/4 of an ounce the gold American Gold Eagle coin. You can't go wrong, guys, with the thousands of investments, with thousands of 5-star reviews. noblegoldinvestment.com. Pick up the phone and call them right now. 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. And tell them Pastor Paul Begley sent you there. All right, let's take a peek at this now. Incredible. Mike around the world. Flights canceled all across America. Now they're going to start resuming them very soon now. But why in the world did it happen? Even the President of the United States said, I don't know. Nobody knows. You buying that? You cancel every flight in the whole country on a beautiful day other than rain that's in California. But I'm telling you, the whole country, every flight grounded. This has not happened since 9/11. What could have caused every flight to be grounded? Mike around the world told us this was going to happen last Thursday night, and it happens by Wednesday morning. Why? It's that wave of energy, the first of 17 waves that's going to hit this earth in 2023. Listen to this. Let's go to this now. Here's what I'll play for you, what he said. You'll hear it himself last Thursday night's broadcast right here. Check this out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Because once galactic cosmic rays penetrate the surface of the earth, they're going to change the chemical composition of the soil, allowing for radiation, more radiation to come through from inside the earth outside. Every time this happens, the earth emits higher amounts of gamma rays, right? A lot of people don't really fit that into their modeling, but the earth produces gamma rays in dangerous levels in some places, so much so they have to quarantine these places or mark them off. Nobody can go in these places. When people, here's an indication, when you see air traffic change, right? When you see it not flying in certain areas, then take note of those areas, because at higher altitudes, they're going to be exposed the most. And every time this takes place, they start making these fly zones. They make these quarantine zones you cannot fly an aircraft through. And every single, all the ATCs are going to get instruction to start diverting flights away from these protected areas.
Wow.
Because they're highly irradiated.
So Southwest Airlines, just went through this debacle. during the holidays. And I realized it was a storm, but there's Southwest is saying, no, this has got nothing to do with the storm. They're saying that they were sabotaged. But Mike, are you saying that there's going to be some cancellation of flights and things just because of these waves?
For sure you would. Sure you would. Here, a good way to look at this is if we probably won't see it now, but if you ever look at the map and there's no weather phenomena, right? None whatsoever. But then they start diverting flights out of normal flight paths, right? Like I believe they have these trackers on the internet. I believe people can get access to. When you see traffic diverted from these areas, or altitudes, right, are not approved to go up beyond 17,000 feet, you know that something has happened, right? That's a very good indication. If you don't see any planes, you might want to reconsider your whole day, right? We've had that a couple of times and not one soul took notice. Nobody took notice. I didn't hear it anywhere. It was almost like 25% or 75% of the flights were canceled, not by COVID, but they were just gone. And nobody said anything about.
When you see all the flights canceled for no reason, they're going to say, well, computer glitch or something. I heard this morning, I was watching this live when it started happening. And they said, well, the flights that were already in the air, they had no problem, they could land. Their equipment was working. But for the flights that wanted to take off, they said, no, we can't, because the one of the mechanisms in the flight deck would not allow for the plane to fly because it was saying unsafe to fly. Unsafe to fly. Okay? Why was it saying unsafe to fly? Well, and I mean, it was the whole entire United States. So all flights in this entire nation were canceled. We have not had that happen since 9/11. Every flight in the nation was canceled. Are you telling me the computer glitch was every terminal in every airport across the entire country? There was a glitch? No, especially when you have a man who told you Thursday night that from this wave of energy it hit, when you start to see, he said sometimes you'll see it in certain locations. Well, Florida had it 3 days ago. The whole state of Florida couldn't fly. Wasn't allowed to fly any planes for a few hours. No flights, all flights grounded in the state of Florida for a few hours. Shh, nobody said nothing. Maybe that's Southwest having problems. Southwest is going to take the heat for everything right now because of what happened during the Christmas break. But this was different. And then, as Mike said, sometimes you'll see one area, then another area, and maybe two areas, or maybe three areas. But he said, or you may see the whole country. You may see every flight canceled. And they'll say it's for this, or they'll say it's for that. Guys, we just played it for you. His own words. He predicted this was going to start happening. He told us this about 2 years ago. Before he ever, when he said there's waves, remember when he first started 7 years ago saying, Paul, there's 5 waves of energy coming. Well, at that time, the satellites deep into space, they could see way into the distance these galactic waves coming. They didn't, and this was, Mike first told us about this in 2014 on my live broadcast, and it went everywhere. It went viral. I remember BP Earthwatch took a segment of it, and he put it on his channel, and 500,000 people watched it, and everybody thought this Mike from Around the World guy's crazy. He's talking about some galactic waves that are going to hit the Earth. But then as we got closer, Mike, we would bring it up every so often. I'd say, Mike, where are we on this? He said, well, it's coming. Well, it's coming. Then all of a sudden, he drops the bomb on us last November of 2022. And he says, oh, by the way, January 5th, we're going to get hit with the first wave. The first wave's going to hit. We don't know what it's going to do. It's going to hit our solar system on the outskirts of the solar system on the January 5th. Now, what will it do? How will it affect the entire solar system? We don't know yet. We anticipate it, though, it's going to shake the heavens. We anticipate it's going to affect the sun and all the planets. And, of course, if it affects the sun, it's going to affect the earth. To what degree, we're not sure. This is the first of 17. So now it's not 5 waves, it's 17 waves. Because now that it got closer, since 2014, we're 9 years closer now Now we can see, oh, they're ripples. And there's probably more than 17. As it gets even closer, we might identify more. We're also going to identify which ones are the bigger ones. And so this one, we don't know how big this one is compared to the other 16 that are coming. I'll be asking Mike that tomorrow night on our live broadcast with him. You definitely don't want to miss tomorrow night's broadcast. But we've got more information. I'm actually got Heidi right now tracking Mike down. I'm going to do a Patreon because if I get any further into this, I know what's going to happen. The questions I'm going to ask Mike are going to be so important. I don't think he can tell us everything we need to hear right here on this platform. So we'll put it over on the other platform. Based on what he says, we'll make a determination which platform we can safely put it on. So I'll let you know more about that, hopefully later today or by in the morning, sometime or another. I'm going to try to get this locked down. But he will be back on our show Thursday night. So let me play that one more, just a little bit of that again. Let's just hear that little bit again of what he said. Let me see if I can wind that back just a hair.
Right? None whatsoever. But then they start diverting flights out of normal flight paths, right? Like I believe they have these trackers on the internet. I believe people can get access to. When you see traffic diverted from these areas, or altitudes, right, are not approved to go up beyond 17,000 feet, you know that something has happened. Right? That's a very good indication. If you don't see any planes, you might want to reconsider your whole day, right? We've had that a couple of times, and not one soul took notice. Nobody took notice. I didn't hear it anywhere. It was almost like 25% or 75% of the flights were canceled, not by COVID, but they were just gone, and nobody said anything about.
Yeah. So see, nobody said anything about what's going on here. When you see every flight canceled, he said, in other words, you might want to reconsider your day. Well, that's today. You might want to reconsider your day. What does that mean? What he means is radiation levels are insane. And we're going to get more information about this, okay? We're truly living in the last days. We are absolutely in the last days. I'll be back and tell you more. We'll get more information for you, but Mike's prediction of all flights canceled in a single day has happened for no reason at all. And I mean, the White House, the president said, I don't know what happened. Nobody knows what happened. Now they're going to start to come up with excuses. It's going to be computer glitch, or the FFA is going to say this or that. But guys, you're just now watching the beginning effects of the 17 waves of energy. I'll be back with more today on this broadcast. God bless. Give your life to Jesus Christ, because the Bible said there'll be signs in the sun, the moon, the stars, distress of nations with perplexity. The sea and the waves will be roaring. Men's hearts will fail them for fear, for looking after those things coming upon the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Then shall we see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, he said, look up, lift up your heads, for your redemption is drawing nigh. Are you saved?